I'm just really doing little swatches for our new testing of our new yarn. So this is a beautiful yarn we're going to get in, and it's 100% cashmere from Italy. This one I'm testing is a new yarn by Rowan. So Mum's making this pattern here. It's our pattern that's available through the website called Albert Scarf, and it's a double moss stitch.
Moss stitch.
So what you do is you do 2 rows of knit purl, and then you flip it and you do 2 rows of purl knit with the new yarn, and that gives you, it's fantastic. It gives you like a
beautiful
woven looking and very easy to do.
And lovely to wear too, nice and warm.
And Rachel over there is doing, with the beautiful Allegria 4-ply, she's doing a pair of leggings, and she's doing a stitch called leg warmers. And what's it called? It
is a bubble stitch.
Bubble stitch. So
it's really simple. Every 5 rows you do something a little bit different, and to gather the stitches together, so it makes
it's very nice,
like a bubbly texture.
Yeah, it's very cute,
but it's a lot easier than it looks, and
very effective, and it's almost like 3-dimensional. I was about 18. I went to Israel, and everybody there was sitting and knitting, and I tried to make a jumper, but the neck was really weird and the sleeves were really long. But I went to study on kibbutz and be a volunteer, and there was a lot of Danish girls that were volunteering, and they just learned to knit from when they're born, and they would sit down and they'd make Danish biscuits and do socks. And so I think they taught me how to make socks with these needles. So, but I didn't knit again after that. And then I came to work in the business, and I lived in Melbourne for a year, and I started, and that was it. I got hooked.
Now, I lived in a beautiful village in Iraq. The date palm, you see them all around somewhere, and they do have very long thorn, but hard thorn. I picked up 2, and I don't know where I got wool from, and I sat by myself, starting the first stitch and knitted, and I was knitting. And then eventually I left Iraq, came to Israel and lived in the kibbutz in a communal life, and we were 40 kids from 12 countries. So I sat, and a teacher taught me how to proper knit.
I think a friend of mine at school her grandma taught her how to knit little clothes for dolls. So
really?
I remember maybe learning very basic from her, and then I remember you coming to visit, and you taught me how to make beanies.
Yes.
And to do the cabling.
No, because I saw her, she will have no problem at all. I mean, the cable stitch is quite difficult stitch. You have to really cable. And Rachel learned straight away.
I'm definitely the queen of Granny Square. I've mastered the Granny Square, but now I really have to move on, and I have started going on YouTube. There's a fantastic woman, I forget her name, but her business is called The Mercery, and she every so often brings out a free pattern, but it's quite complicated, and it's crochet, and you do it stage by stage. So I learned how to make this very complicated flower, and it took a long time. Once you master that, then you do the next thing, and then you do the leaves, and then you eventually put it all together. So, but what I like about that is I like the challenge of having to learn something, and it just means the brain is actually getting used to learning something, and so that's what the beauty of crochet and knitting is too. It's quite mathematical too, so you sort of have to think about what you're doing, and so it's not just mindless. I don't know, but I think with Rachel sort of does everything. You've done cotton and crochet and knitting, and
I go through phases where I really love doing one thing or the other thing, and I often have lots of things on the go, and it takes me a long time to finish because I have a lot of different things on the go. But I like knitting socks.
Yeah.
Knitting
You've made
socks is
baby
nice.
socks.
And knitted socks, wearing knitted socks is,
Yeah, a bit special.
there's nothing like it.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
pretty good.
baby socks are very cute.
Yeah.
Fun
If
to
you've
knit.
got friends that are having babies, you whip up some baby. So it's really, and it's nothing nicer than making something for someone. It's much nicer than actually going out and buying a gift. Making it just makes you feel like you've put a lot of time into it and you've thought about the person as you're making it. And I've got a friend that I made her a shawl a long time ago, and every winter she brings it out and she's, oh, thank you.
You remember?
Yeah, my friend Gail. So it's it sort of covers many different avenues. So you've good for your mental health, good for your brain if you're learning something, good for your hand-eye coordination, keeps your hands busy, good for your friends. Yeah, so hey.
Give it as a gift,
Yeah.
and they will never
But
forget
what's
you.
special about our business is that we really, the yarns we have here, it is impossible to come in and not find something you really love. So I think that's what makes it, compared to other places, we've really, because we love it so much, you can sort of see it.
We pick up
have.
the best
Yeah.
in the market,
Yeah.
so people can appreciate
And
to knit with.
the people that work for us are usually people that love knitting and so they also feel attached to it. They're not just coming in and just working for a job. It's much more than that. So yeah, I think that's pretty much